First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
We are beginning with cell phone video taken by the officer who shot Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis. The video showing the moments leading up to the shooting. In the video, you see Good saying, quote, "That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you." Moments later, another woman is seen recording video. A short time later, the officer tells Good to get out of the car multiple times. Good then starts to drive, and seconds later, gunshots can be heard, as well as the sound of the car crash a few moments later. Good was hit and died from her injuries. Right now, DHS is defending the agent's actions, claiming it was self-defense because Good was allegedly targeting an agent with her vehicle. But local officials, including the mayor of Minneapolis, are raising doubts about those very claims. And with that, welcome into Fox 10 Live on your Friday. I'm Ashlyn Mitchell, and we're glad you've joined us this afternoon. Let's continue our biggest headlines of the day. A Florida father has been arrested after a loaded gun was found in his 5-year-old child's backpack at school. Staff members at Trafalgar Elementary School were alerted to the gun after it set off the building's metal detectors. 50-year-old James Edward Wilson IV says he put the 9mm handgun in the child's backpack to transport it to his car, but forgot to remove it. The child telling police he didn't know the weapon was in his bag.
Found an alert to a potential weapon or gun in his backpack. They opened it up, they saw the gun in there, and they launched an investigation from there. We were able to dive into everything and find that there was never any threat to any student at the school. Once it was removed, we were able to get that securely in our possession.
Wilson now faces charges of child neglect and improper use of a firearm. The Department of Children and Families has also been notified of the incident. Then listen to this. A one-man experimental helicopter made a crash landing along Beachfront Road today. Check out the video sent to Fox 10 by Emily Smith. You can see that helicopter approaching the shoreline, and as the pilot tries to land the plane, something goes terribly wrong. Here's how she describes it.
Anyway, he was coming in, a tailwind got him, he explained what happened, and it just kind of snatched him and slammed him back to the ground. He was almost on the beach, almost on the ground.
Thankfully, we're told the pilot did not suffer any injuries in that incident. Hannah, just a wild story there.
It truly is, Ashlyn. And for your weather update, we're still tracking a band of showers and possible thunderstorms. Some could be strong to severe in certain parts. While most of the area has stayed dry with warm, sunny conditions, areas like Clark County, Greene County, we have been seeing a band of showers and thunderstorms moving through, as you can see here on our Fox 10 weather app. So we are still under a storm tracker alert day now through Saturday afternoon. So that is the timing here, but a lot has changed in the forecast because it is a slow moving front that has moved through. So because it is slow moving, there's constant changes that has been going on with our models and timing of everything. So here is your update for the storm tracker alert day. We are limited in the severe threat for parts of the area tonight, but there's multiple rounds still expected throughout the coming 24-hour period. Evening storms for northwestern Greene, Washington, and Clark counties are still expected, kind of like what we saw today. These are training thunderstorms, which means these thunderstorms are constantly moving over the same area over the longer period of time. Then overnight showers with a few thunderstorms along and east of I-65 are possible, and some of them could be on the strong to severe side going into our Saturday morning. And spotty showers and storms move west to east Saturday morning. Severe storms are still possible during our day on Saturday. So that's your overall update for your storm tracker alert day. We still have that level 2 out of 5 risk for a good portion of the Fox 10 viewing area. Really what we're seeing is Greene, Clark, and Washington County. That is where we're really seeing the main thunderstorm activity. This area in the green here, we could see some thunderstorms later on in the evening. The severe threat is extremely low, but it is not zero. And we're really not seeing much for Northwest Florida at this time based off of some models. So this is a current radar right now. We still see some spotty showers in certain locations, but really we're seeing some stronger ones near Clark and Washington County and a sliver of Greene County as well. Here's a zoomed in look. Areas like Millery, Coffeyville, Thomasville, they're seeing those stronger bands of rain moving through the area and just north of the state line. So here's what we're overall tracking. This is the new setup we're looking at going into the evening tonight into tomorrow morning. The storm zone this evening is really in that same area we've been seeing today. That's where we could see some severe storms possible. But as you can see, some spotty rain and thunderstorms can form in areas like southern Mobile County, near Pascagoula, areas like Evergreen. Now, like I mentioned, the severe threat there is not zero, but we could see some of those become stronger. But like I said, not all areas will see a storm chance this evening. As you can see, Northwest Florida may see a few spotty showers, but we're really not seeing all that much. So here's a look at our futurecast to give you an idea of what we're tracking. This is 5:30. That band of thunderstorms is just north of our area, but could push into areas of Clark, Greene, and Washington County into the evening hours on Friday. But here's that batch of thunderstorms that could form just south of that line of training thunderstorms. That is what the National Weather Service has said, is that we could see some of this into the early evening into overnight hours. Some of those could be on the stronger side, but again, that severe threat is extremely limited going into the early morning hours on our Saturday. We're really going to see those spotty showers and possible thunderstorms, but then we start to see an increase in a little bit of coverage starting around 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, where we could see that line start to move through the area, making a little bit more of that widespread severe threat that we've been talking about for our Saturday as that line moves through. So here's a severe weather outlook that has changed since yesterday for our Saturday. A good portion of our northern counties are in that slight risk for severe weather, and the rest of us are in that marginal risk for severe weather. They are hinting that tomorrow is probably going to be a little bit more severe compared to today. As you can see on our futurecast, a little bit more coverage as we go on through our day for Saturday ahead of a cold front. Then behind that cold front, we could finally see a little bit of a break in that severe threat, but rain is not something that can be rolled out into the evening hours on Saturday. Gusty winds, hail, and a possible tornado or two are possible over the next 24 hours.
All right, good to know, Hannah. I know you guys are busy tracking all of those storms on this Friday, but let's take a brief pause and check out some fun pictures and videos today submitted by you all. Starting off with this one from Kelly Baker. She titled her picture "A Beautiful Night in Fort Morgan, Alabama." It definitely was, Hannah.
I can 1000% agree with this one. I'm trying to see what that first one is. I think it's just a starry night with a little bit of clouds. Yes, that's what that looks like to me. And then the moon. Absolutely stunning.
I was trying to see if I could figure out what the constellation was. I only know a few constellations.
You're already doing better than me.
The Seven Sisters, Big Dipper, Little Dipper. That's about it.
I only know the Big and Little Dipper. My space knowledge is very limited.
But you have the weather knowledge, so that's what
and
counts
that still
here.
continues to grow. I'm just continuing to learn about that.
For sure. This next one from Theodore, also known as Otto Waddle from Gulf Shores State Park. Looks like we have a beautiful sunrise there, I believe.
I was about to say, you can see the rays and it's over the water. A great sight to see, especially if you're walking along the beach, which they look like they were doing.
Yes, I love living in a place where you can simply snap a picture and it's literally a postcard. I mean, it's incredible.
It is, and there's always something new. I feel like each picture is so different from the next, but it's like the same concept. But the picture itself is so different.
And they're all so unique. So thank you, Theodore, for submitting that one. This next one comes from Heather Cherney. This was a hailstorm, in Queen Creek, Arizona. We talk about this almost every single day. We do have, there is a Fox 10 station in Arizona, so sometimes people confuse the two, but we love using their pictures because they often have very different weather than what we experience.
I mean, clearly yesterday we were talking about snow in the area, so I'm wondering if that is hail today. Maybe is this a different? I mean, it's hard to keep up with national weather when there's so much going on in your area, so I don't know if this is maybe a different timestamp or they had snow yesterday and thunderstorms today.
They're just on the weather roller coaster along with us, I guess. Hopefully no major damage from the hail there. Hopefully it was small enough. So looks like someone's front yard there. This next one from Julie Pryor. This is Buzzy. Aww. So sweet.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to see. He's like,
I think he's curled up next to his window.
Yeah, he might be bird watching, squirrel watching. You never know. Maybe he's thinks he's protecting the house from something outside.
Is Stormy your dog a protector?
Honestly, I think she would befriend the squirrel or, bird that's outside.
If there was an intruder, she'd probably lick him to death. She'd
Oh,
be
yeah,
like,
she would
my
jump
friend."
up, be like, are you going to feed me? Are you going to pet me? What you going to do?
The best kinds of dogs. My dog is the same way. He's not a great guard dog. This next one is another puppy picture from Angela Weaver, and this guy's name is Mr. Jeb.
Look at, he has a little grad cap on. Maybe I'm trying to see, did he maybe graduate training?
Maybe graduated puppy school.
Maybe. Stormy didn't do that.
Starting off, yeah, neither did my dog. Congrats to you, Jeb, for being a good boy, starting off the new year strong. As always, we love seeing all of your pictures and videos. We really get a great mix on the show.
We really do, and I love the pet pictures, the weather pictures, the ones that aren't here.
Yes.
We get a lot of people who go on vacation and send pictures as well. A wider range, and we are never limited to what we want to see.
Absolutely, and please keep them coming. You can submit online at fox10tv.com, on the Fox 10 News app, the Fox 10 Weather app, a great place as well. We'll be back with much more Fox 10 Live after this. The time is 3:10. We'll see you soon.
Weekend powered by Verizon on Fox.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Live on your Friday, and I'm super excited for this one. Girl Scouts are unboxing a brand new cookie flavor for 2026.
As this year's National Cookie Season kicks off, you'll see Explore More's alongside fan favorites in the lineup.
Basically, it's a Rocky Road ice cream inspired sandwich cookie.
Filled with flavors of chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond flavored cream.
Girl Scout cookie season runs from January through April.
The organization says cookie sales help teach entrepreneurial skills for girls and fund experiences like service projects, troop travel, and summer camp.
Were you a Girl Scout ever?
I was not, but I will say I do help fund this cookie thing.
Absolutely.
I'm always buying the Thin Mints.
Right.
I do remember this cookie though last year, so it is new in the lineup, but it's not new this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I remember when they released it last year, and I remember seeing it along
Have
the
you had
line.
it?
I have not. I like my Thin Mints and the tag-alongs.
Thin Mints are my
And the
favorite.
Samoas. I think that's what they're called.
I think that's what they're called.
I think so.
This is super nostalgic. I don't know if you remember growing up, these Girl Scouts would come knock on our doors.
Yes.
They would sell cookies, and it was always so exciting because, we would buy some bags off of them, and just always a great time. Love what they do, and we'll have to try it for sure. Well, David Bowie's bedroom could soon be London's newest tourist attraction.
The house where the musician grew from suburban schoolboy to rock and roll star man has been bought by a charity that plans to open it to the public and hold creative workshops for children.
Pretty cool. The Heritage of London Trust said that the 19th century railway workers' cottage in the South London suburb will be restored to its 1960s decor and open to the public next year.
Visitors will be able to visit the 9-foot by 10-foot bedroom where David Bowie lived with his parents from 1955 when he was 8 until 1967 when he was a 20-year-old working musician.
The trust scrambled to buy the house when it went on the market last year.
Other houses on the street have recently sold for upwards of $670,000, modest by London standards.
Pretty neat. I love that they're repurposing that. Do you know a lot about David Bowie?
I do love his music, yes.
Okay, I haven't listened to a ton of his music. What are a couple of hits that that folks would know?
Yeah, Nick's head on with it, Starman.
Oh.
Let's Dance.
Okay, I have heard them. I guess I'm not in the know. If you can hear Nick humming in our mic, he's on the other side of the room right now. Thank you, Nick, for your contribution to Fox 10 Live. All right, I guess I have some catching up to do with his music. Are you still keeping up with your New Year's resolutions? If so, you're part of a thinning crowd.
Quitter's Day, January 9th, falls on the second Friday of the new year, and it typically marks the point where people give up on their New Year's resolution.
And while people are skipping the gym or grabbing a treat over a salad, it's not the same everywhere.
Data from Family Connections and location sharing app Life360 shows where you live could indicate how long you stick to your 2026 goals, examining how many gym goers continued showing up after the Quitter's Day drop-off.
Yeah, gym goers in the Midwest and Rust Belt cities remain the strongest. Those are our folks, with Lexington, Kentucky showing more than 92% retention after Quitter's Day, followed by Pittsburgh, Portland, Oregon, and Orlando, Florida.
Folks in Charleston, South Carolina, the Houston area, and Savannah, Georgia area are most likely to drop the dumbbells, ranking the Southeast among the fastest faders.
Data also shows by the end of the month, roughly 1 in 5 resolutioners had already quit. Hannah, I have to hype you up for a second. You're back in the gym doing your thing. I've been watching your social media reels.
I mean, basically, overall, my resolution has been to take care of myself more and to prioritize myself. That has always been something I've struggled with, especially with everything I did in college and with the holidays. And I also had a back injury. Now I'm back in the gym, and I have not quit yet. Today is Quitters Day, so
you made it past Quitters Day.
I did.
And if you're part of the quitters on Quitters Day, don't worry. You have the rest of the year. Keep going. You got it.
Monday's a new day, but here we are tracking our Storm Tracker Alert Day. Even though things have changed, we here at the Storm Tracker Center have been spot on with storms moving through Clark, Washington, and Greene County. But things are going to continue to change. We are still in that Storm Tracker Alert Day now through Saturday afternoon. But the severe threat tonight is a little bit more limited, but we're still expecting those multiple rounds of severe thunderstorms possible into the overnight hours, especially for Washington, Greene, and Clark County, mainly our northwestern counties. But overnight tonight, showers and a few thunderstorms are likely along and near east of I-65. The severe storms are possible there, but they are a little bit on the lower side there. But spotty showers and storms move west to east Saturday morning, and the severe threats still last through then. So here's a look at our severe weather outlook for today. Not much has changed here since this morning. They have brought in a little bit more of us into that slight risk for severe weather, but again, Clark, Greene, and Washington County are the real areas we're going to be seeing those training thunderstorms. We could see some spotty showers in areas of Mobile County as well as Baldwin County. And that's where that lower severe threat is, the limited threat. And then you could see a passing shower into northwest Florida. We're really not seeing much of a threat there. So here's to give you an idea of visual. So that storm zone this evening is still what we've been seeing all day today. That area in orange there. And then this area here in yellow, we could see some spotty showers and possible thunderstorms. 1 or 2 of them could be severe. So that's why that severe threat is there. It is extremely low, but it is not zero. And we can't rule out a possible passing shower in the Pensacola, northwest Florida area. So here's a look at our future cast. You can see that line of thunderstorms is still off to our northwest, but some of them could dip into our area going to the evening hours. Here's a look at a few of those spotty showers going into our Friday into the overnight hours. Make sure you have the Fox 10 weather app and continue to stay updated here with us at Fox 10.
All right, great reminders there, Hannah. Thank you. It is 3:20 on your Friday. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside through our social experiment camera over downtown Mobile. A pretty gray picture we have going on. Looks like traffic is flowing smoothly that way. We'll be back with more Fox 10 Live and another look at your forecast after.
Debt. Call attorney Stephen L. Klimczak, 694-0600.
Welcome back. Think of your first mobile phone or computer. Unless you're a kid, it probably seems pretty old.
Now think of how your current tech will seem in the future.
Okay, some middle schoolers in Pennsylvania are experiencing that feeling firsthand.
Kelly Sasso reports on their reactions when they opened a time capsule.
It's the sound that feels like a time machine, tape ripping, and a class full of students at Wendover Middle School leaning in, opening a time capsule sealed back in the year 2000.
Now most people are always at the mall, and then in 2025, the mall will come to you.
For kids who grew up with online shopping, cell phones, and life on demand, the items inside feel like artifacts. Have you ever seen this before? Do you have any idea what it is?
Yeah, my parents have told me about it, and they ask me trivia questions about it sometimes.
Okay. Have you ever seen one or held one before?
No, this is my first time seeing it in real life.
And it's not just the objects, it's the feeling of a different era.
It makes it seem like everything was more joyful back then, kind of.
Inside were many pop culture snapshots. The most recurring face, Britney Spears.
I'm seeing a lot of magazines, especially Britney Spears. That's like what I'm most interested in.
But even across the generations, one superstar is still relevant with the kids today.
Beyonce my girl, okay? Beyonce my girl. I love Beyonce.
Mrs. Springer, an 8th grade special ed teacher at Wendover, was there back in 2000 when the capsule was created. And she says she remembers how excited the kids were to leave their mark, especially after they got to open one that was buried 25 years earlier in 1975.
And they got to see what people had put in 25 years prior.
Yeah.
They were really excited to put some items in here. And for me today, it's nostalgia.
The capsule has been hidden behind a wall in the auditorium for all these years, surviving even school renovations.
The construction workers found it, and we had to move it because the building was being renovated. So it's been at a couple different locations.
When the kids today got their hands on some of the old tech, their reactions said it all.
And when you would type this in, all that would come across here were the numbers.
Could you text me?
No, gosh, no.
It's like so bulky.
The point, Mrs. Springer says, is not just to laugh at what's old. It's realizing everyone leaves something behind and everyone matters.
I mean, the fact that everybody in the building had their name on something, this shows these kids that everybody's important. Everybody is a piece of history. They have, a piece to give to the next generation. So this is a way of doing that.
Such a great story, and the kids plan to make their own time capsule for future students to open in the year 2050.
That is crazy to think about.
What in the world?
Like, that just seems...
And the fact that they were opening a time capsule from 2000 in that story, and now it's 2026. You did something like this, right, growing up too?
Yeah, so nothing to this extent, but what we did is in the Midwest, and I know they do it down here as well, but we had a DARE program where you learn about drugs and drug safety and stuff like that. We had that in 5th grade, and then we had a more mature version in 8th grade called the GREAT program. So we wrote a time capsule for ourselves in 5th grade to open during our GREAT graduation 3 years later.
So nostalgic. I'm so glad that the kids are still doing that. The kids, showing our age now. Just kidding. Listen, thank you for spending time with us here on Fox 10 Live. Fox 10 News at 4 starts in 30 minutes from now. Stay close for all of your weather coverage and headlines at 4. We'll see you then.